Hello everyone, welcome to Terraria, again, I guess. Today we are going to, well, I'm in Team Modeler because this is my most progressed world. So my idea is, it's my birthday today, so I thought, what if I go and try to build a birthday cake? I just beat Calamitous, well the clone, Calamitous clone. So I'm thinking, what if I go to my building stuff and actually build something? I want to check on the game audio so that it's not like killing your ears. Okay, game audio should be better. And just open recipe browser. So now that I'm thinking, what do we do for a cake? So in my brain, when I think of cake, I think you have the icing and you have the cake part, you have the candles, which, if I have living fire blocks somewhere in here, I do, those will be the candles. These are definitely candles. I might want to put some of this stuff away so I can have some room. So that I can have room for my stuff. I need to sell the clock as well. I keep thinking like of what I'm doing in Calamity, but I'm not trying to do Calamity. I'm trying to make a cake. What if we use snow for the cake? I know it sounds weird, but my dog is barking. Snow kind of looks like it would be kind of part of a cake. Maybe cloud actually? I don't know, either snow or cloud. I need enough of the material to where I can actually use it, but I also need material to look good. So I'm thinking snow block is like the cake part. I don't even have that. Well, I have like 3 chests full of blocks. What would be a good icing? Okay, well, I'm looking. I'll go ahead and say that this is also going to be kind of like a question and answer thing of like, put questions down in the comments and I'll try to answer them, I guess. Well, icing's smooth. I know it sounds like kind of crazy, but what if we used honey blocks for the icing? But like paint them. And maybe we can use ash for the candle like base. This is going to look kind of weird, but oh, clay. Clay can work. And ice might work too, but I'm going to grab both. So where do we build the cake? We're going to build it right... Let's do it right here. I was going to put my lab down here. I might still do that, but we're going to have a cake on top of it. So let me just clear these trees real quick. Okay, so the trees are cleared. I see my pause button for my recording, well, the unpause button, it's the same button to open recipe browser. So every time I unpause the recording, it's going to open recipe browser. Oops. So I'm going to flatten the land now so that we got some flat land to build on. There's so many enemies. I might have to go make a Zen potion so that we don't have so many enemies. Or a better idea, I'll just make it daytime so that the only thing that would be spawning is slimes. And slimes cannot really hurt. The amount of deforestation I've committed so far is not really good. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make to build a giant cake. So, the base, I said I was going to be snow. Yeah, that looked good for a cake. I'm not really a master builder, so don't expect like a awesome looking giant cake of destruction or something like that. I don't know. Actually, I think it looks weird to build the cake into the ground, so I'm gonna make the cake higher. I don't know. Build it on the grass. And this is going to be the base for our cake. So now we need to build the walls of the cake, which this is also going to kind of be a house at the same time. Build them a little high, like this. I think that's even leveled. No, I think it's one more. If I can get it. I'm glad they made the ruler a default thing that you have. Makes it more useful for people who sometimes build like me. We build the top. Did not mean to build there. Actually, that might be a good place to build. Like, I have an idea that I might do. For the interior of the cake, we're going to need a way to get inside, which will need doors. Maybe I can, like, build some steps. Put some platforms here so that I can walk easily on that. How many levels do I want this cake to be? Maybe we can make it 2 levels. And have like little candles on the sides. Like this. Oh no, it's ice. I just realized it's going to grow icicles. Well, actually it's snow, but it's still going to grow icicles. I don't know if I'm going to need to replace what I'm building with, or if I can just like work around it. I might try to work around it. Maybe it could be like a very icy cake. Or maybe it can have like light blue frosting on the cake. And that's like the icing kind of dripping. Pun intended with the icing, I guess. So I said that honey should be, well, it might be the icing, and we can like color it. How would that look? I mean, if I paint it the right color, it might look good. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I had to go get some cyan paint and my paint tools. And I also crafted a heavy workbench because I have an idea. So I'm turning 18 this year. Well, I have turned 18 this year. I just turned 18 this year. So I'm going to craft the 1 in the 8 statue, and we can put these on the cake. So now let's try to see how this would look. Looks kind of weird. I'm going to try the sky blue dye. Not dye, but the icing. Oh, this is great. I like this. This works. So now let's put the icing on. And then we're going to paint the icing the color we want. I ran out of paint. Okay, I've returned with the paint. And believe me, I have a lot of paint now. So now I'm going to finish putting the icing on, and we're out of honey blocks. Jump cut again. Okay, I'm back, and I have the honey blocks. And it's night again. Not anymore. So my thought is we can kind of have it like not all the way in the cake, like some down, but not all the way because it's icing and it like kind of runs. But I also want them to be asymmetrical so that it looks more realistic. That just makes it look symmetrical. Maybe I do want it to look... Okay, you know what? It's not a clumsy cake. It is a professional cake. A little clumsy. My only problem I can see now is that it's not going to look dripping on like here. Because it's the first layer. I need to make this also into icing. I just realized. So you have to paint the icing and break these two. They need to make like a paint gun that actually like paints blocks. Like I know the paintball gun does not paint blocks, but there should be a thing that does. I mean, if I make this also into icing, then it'll destroy the icicles. So you gotta do it like this. For some reason, I thought that you got these kind of honey blocks from killing Queen Bee. So, well, I also know you can get them for more, but I thought that Queen Bee was a one way to get them. But no. I was wrong and ended up killing like 20 Queen Bees and realizing that I was not doing the right thing. So, my void bag is filled with Queen Bee drops right now. Which was a mistake on my part. Now we will paint the cake. I really like how there's paint in Terraria. Like, you could just get all these textures, but the paint really adds the color to it. Where in a game like Minecraft, you couldn't do that because there's no paint. Which they should also add paint. Another really good question is, what should the door be? Because I know there's like a dozen different kinds of doors. Maybe I shouldn't even focus on the doors yet and focus on like the candles. Like do interior after I do the exterior. So I said clay would be a good candle. Never mind, clay would not be a good candle. At least maybe it won't. Maybe if instead of building it into the cake, I build it on the cake. That could work. I just need to paint it. And then I'll put the 18 right here. That's too far away. I also kind of want it to be symmetrical with the cake. Like a little bit more to the right. Right there, maybe? Could just leave it like that. That works. Make the candles a little bit shorter because they look a little tall. I also want them to be the same size. Try to put some right here. How tall is this? 4 blocks. There's no way I'm going to be able to put 18 candles on this. So we're going to have to go with these letters. Then I'll go grab the white paint. So I'm back and I just had a thought. Who actually has white candles on their cake? Because white candles are not a color of candle that you'd usually put on a birthday cake. White candles are usually just for like putting on tables or stuff like that. So my thought is instead we use the cyan dye to paint the candles instead of the white dye. So paint the cyan. Yeah, that looks good. We might need a little bit more candles on the top though. Let's put 2 more kind of close to the 18 so it would take some of this excess space away. Put 1 more here. Let me paint them. It's not going to be completely symmetrical, but it's fine. And then we put the living fire blocks on top so that it looks like it's on fire. I really like how the concept of living fire blocks, because like, it's good for decoration. Is that a little too much fire? Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the 1 flame. That looks subtle, but it works. Can I put fire on these? I can. So, here's my new thought. These are also candles, but I can't paint them. I experienced a little lag there. Okay, that's good. So now we need to make the interior. I will go choose the furniture set we use. Okay, so my thought is that we use the ice furniture because we're already having like the snow and stuff. So I'll put them in the cake kind of like this. Then we'll put the frozen table here. We'll put some chairs because you can't have a table without chairs. You have some lanterns. It's off center with the table and it's kind of messing with me. So I'm gonna quickly fix this. I'm going to teleport up here. Put one right here. I also need a staircase, which I kind of regret putting the ice blocks in my void bag. So I'm going to quickly go into void bag and get the ice blocks back out. Put this over here so that it doesn't mess with our cake. So I'm going to get the frozen platforms and use them. Now that I think of it, I don't know how we're going to be able to build stairs into the top platform because this is already supposed to be the other layer of the cake. So maybe instead of that we can have a door here. Or I can break this and we can have stairs leading from here to here. Sorry, candle, but I'm going to have to break you. And just like that, the stairs have been made. So now this is where the door is going to go. So I'm going to replace this with snow right here. So I'm going to go get some more furniture for this layer. Okay, I'm back, and now I'm going to add this door, and it's night again. I feel like it's going to just turn night every single time I go back to building. So I got a frozen door. Got a dresser, because this is going to be like the bedroom. So I'll put the bed there. I'm also going to put a workbench in here, because we're going to need that for the walls. Or at least I thought. Okay, so I'm trying to think. Okay, and I'm back, and I realized that for the walls, we're going to need to go into the echo biome. Well, not echo biome. Graveyard biome. For the ectomist. Which I somehow completely forgot. And by graveyard, I mean the very loud biome with all the lightning. And crimson now, apparently. Let's quickly fix this. For some reason, the graveyard biome, like, messes everything up. The loudness of it, everything. Graveyard biome, 0 out of 10. Hate it. Well, I love its aesthetic and everything, but for how loud it is, which that's me crafting is kind of loud. It wants to lag everything as well. Like, I remember doing the Link to Terraria series, and there were graveyards everywhere you go. It's a nightmare. Okay, so now I'm going to go playstone this, because decoration, whatnot. And we start building the walls. Because if you're inside a cake, you're going to see cake inside. That makes sense. Like, you're not going to see icing inside the cake. I think I should put a sofa, like, right... I was trying to point at my screen, but you can't see what I'm doing. So, like, right here. I love how fast Calamity lets you build walls without any accessories. It's still kind of dark. Do I have any ice torches? I do. Right there. I'll be back. I'll go grab a sofa. And just like that, I have made the sofa. So, I'm trying to think of what else I can add to this cake, but as I said before, I'm not really a master builder, so I don't really know. I could add windows, but that would be kind of weird, because, you know, it is a cake. So why in the world would there be windows in a cake? Why would you eat glass in a cake with a cake? So I guess that's about it for the cake. Which, I mean, that's exactly why I made the video, for the cake. So I guess I'll end the video. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, Ring the notification bell if you want to. I don't know. Just normal YouTube stuff. And don't forget to leave your questions down below and I'll answer them. And see you next time. Goodbye.